Good morning, Kurt. Alrighty, everyone. So it's been an interesting morning. We had CPI data come out. I'm sorry, PPI data come out. It was below expectations. But the other news that hit the markets yesterday afternoon and night is the fact that Credit Suisse is another bank having issues. So just to keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm placing a short order at the high from when PPI data came out. Alright, short one there. It's just the high from when PPI data came out. Alright, just a small trade there, like 125 points. Or $125, not 125 points. But yeah, I just got short at these wicks here. Let it run up a little bit. Looks like we filled this fair value gap here, and then we had a pullback. It looks I'm just looking at historical prices throughout the week just to see how we reacted right in the morning session. All right, I'm short one over here, pretty much trying to get the highs of these wicks over here. So 3,908. All right, just a quick scalp there. 100 points. Basically, just wanted to get short off the highs of this wick here. But yeah. All right. Today should be today could be repeat of December 16th's wood chip. Good morning, wood chip. Let's see. What is I don't remember December 16th. Let me go back on another monitor I have open here and look at December 16th. Gap down, close kind of near the lows. It was a Friday. Large gap down pre-market, almost 5 to 6 points. Like today on SPY, large gaps are hard to fill. Yeah, I completely agree. When it's the large gap like that, I think it's definitely going to be harder to see it get filled. Especially with all the news out today, I'm definitely a little bit more bearish. I've done just 2 shorts so far this morning, just quick positions. December 16th was last gap this large. Everything else was about half the size in terms of gap. Gotcha. Looking to sell call spreads. Oh, call spreads. That's interesting. $3,916 acting as resistance. Yeah, I think what's interesting to me is these 15-minute candles here and how they're kind of reacting as this fair value gap got filled here perfectly. So I think maybe 21 would be the next place I'd want to try a short. I wonder if we'll get a push all the way up to like these 40s level though, with this fair value gap here. 46. It doesn't feel like it, but this is just potentially could get run through, I think. This overnight sell-off. On the trailing drawdown, is that daily or ongoing? It's ongoing, so it's always there. There's no daily limit. It's just the whatever. So you can see it here on Trade-of-8, a pretty nice breakdown. Daily loss limit is 0. Weekly loss limit is 0. The trailing max drawdown is right here, so you don't have to do the math. It gives you a nice calculator. It gives you the specs on everything you need to know. So yeah. And then these, I don't know why it shows it there. It just shows me what my current profit is for the week and then for the day, but doesn't affect anything. I hope that makes sense and it's easier to see and track. I think with this new Trade-of-8 platform that they've implemented, it makes it much easier to know where you're at. Debating along here around 3,895. The reason being we're kind of forming this slightly bull flag formation here, getting this little bit of an uptrend, starting to see a 2 candlestick pullback. I just don't want to see it go below this candle. If it trades below there, then I don't really like the idea of it. Actually, All right, I'm long one here with a tight stop loss. All right, just a quick little scalp there. Yeah, it broke that low there, so I don't like that. It broke the low of this candle here, which it could still easily be that kind of bull flag formation and push up. It's just typically I don't like to see it retrace past this very bullish candle here. So now because it retraced back this, I wouldn't be surprised to see new lows a day. But again, it could easily just, you know, be a little bit of a shakeout situation. But I would not be surprised to see new lows a day now. It'd be interesting, yeah. There it goes, new low a day. I'm going to try a long position at 3,884. The reason being we have this fair value gap here. What is the high of this one? Oh, actually, I'm going to... Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it there at 84. So that's just one tick above the fair value gap closing there. So I'm long one there at 84 because the fair value gap just closed. If you also notice that we just filled a daily gap on the SPY, which I like the gap close reversal strategy, so I'm looking for a bounce out of SPY. It's a good simultaneous setup with a fair value gap on the 15-minute with a daily gap getting filled on SPY. If you look at SPY, it has just filled the daily gap where it closed on Monday. Now this would be kind of like a retest of the lows, the lower wicks of this morning. Alright, so out there for a quick 5 points. Again, just a quick recap on why I entered the trade. We saw this 15-minute fair value gap get filled here at 3,884. Also, if you look at SPY simultaneously, we were seeing SPY fill a daily gap level. So it touched the closing price of Monday's closing price at $385.32. Two-sided trading not over yet. Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting day. I do have a busy schedule today, so I'm not going to be trading for very long, but I'll be here for a little while longer. Currently up 563 on the day. Alright, so we have this fair value gap here at the low of this candle, 3,891 and a quarter. Be interesting to see if this gets filled here. New lows on the day. Just zooming out on different time frames to get a different picture. So we're seeing us now trade below, to new lows down here. I don't believe we have any other planned news releases throughout the day, but I'll double check. At 7:01 Pacific Standard Time, the ECB officials asked lenders about Credit Suisse's exposure. So just some news coming across. Again, more banking concerns. Obviously, early in the pre-market session, we've had a lot of concerns about Credit Suisse. So wouldn't be surprised to see us end the day, 2% down or something like that with all this banking issues. So I just have another monitor up here with all of my news feed so I can just keep track in case, anything surprises me. All right, so oops. We're getting a little bit of a push up here. I'm just gonna look in on a smaller time frame. So yeah, you can see these two candles here. The news came out about the ECB officials asking about Credit Suisse's exposure was right here, and then see these 2-minute candles. I mean, we saw, a 20 or a 10-point candle. So So we do have this fair value gap here at 3,887.75. It is interesting to see. I mean, there hasn't been any fair value gaps this morning that haven't got filled within 5 to 10 minutes. So that's just something I'm considering, looking at this one where we had this nice fair value gap here filled within 5 minutes. It does appear we might be going for new highs a day here. And Kirk said, look at that too. Yeah, I assume you're talking about the push up here. It's we had such a steep sell-off in the pre-market. There might need to be some liquidity that gets snatched up before we can see push down, but like just zooming out on higher time frames, like a 30-minute, just to get a better idea. I mean, this sell-off was just so quick that I wouldn't be surprised if we had to fill some of these fair value gaps. The 3.8, yeah. Oh, you're looking at that too, this fair value gap? Yeah. I know, it's interesting because it's like, we've seen all of them get filled like pretty much right away. I'm just trying to see where would be a good potential short entry. I mean, maybe like a double top attempt or of some kind. High of this wick here is interesting. I think Woodship talked about that earlier, 3,916. So yeah, we filled this fair value gap in 5 minutes, and now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes or so. So it might just not have the immediate dump, but yeah, this is setting up for a little bull flag structure here. 2 candlestick pullback, push up. Now we just need to, close above here. After yesterday's trading, I just kind of reviewed my trading yesterday evening, and I was disappointed in how quickly I was getting into positions. And I think I want to be a little more selective, so. We have this little fair value gap at 3,896 on the 5 minute. And pushing off of that. Here it comes, Kirk. Yeah, I think here it comes. Yeah, it looks like it's going for it. I'm gonna try to short at this fair value gap here to see if I get it. Not sure if I will, but the low of this is 3,886.25. All right, short one there. Just gonna move it a tick above. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. My silly cat just hopped on the computer right in the middle of that trade. I'm not sure if you heard it or not. So recap on the reason I got short there. It looked like we were seeing this breakdown of structure. We did not get new highs a day. So essentially what we saw here is high, low, lower high. We're starting to reject with this fair value gap as the target. Once we broke down below this, I really wanted to get a short at this fair value gap here, and then targeting here. Now I got out at 89 or 88. I'm sorry. I always target one tick above or below the fair value gap because there's just people trading like that. You know, you have to understand that you're competing. So that's the reason I did that. Total P&L on the day up almost $1,000, $972.50. The account is now up a little over 1,000. So in the last 2 trading days. So yeah, happy with that right now. I do have a busy day today, so I can't be trading all day long. So I do appreciate y'all joining the live stream this morning. And I'd appreciate if you liked and subscribed to the channel. It really means a lot. If you're curious what I'm trading with, it's Apex Trader Funding. It's a prop firm, and basically you just prove to them you're a profitable trader, and then they put up the margin, and you can take home real money. There are risks involved, so please read all the rules and everything. Woodchip says, is the trailing drawdown every day or continuous? So it is easy to see right here, the trailing max drawdown. It shows me right here I have 7,500 in trailing max drawdown. There is, technically they don't say it's daily or weekly. It's just continuous, so it's whenever. So it's, if you ever lose $7,500 from the peak of your account size, it liquidates you. I hope that makes sense. I'll try and find like a good YouTube video that Apex Trader Funding created, and I'll put that in the community section on YouTube, just because they have a lot of great YouTube content where they just break down their program and on all the rules, because there are a lot of rules and it can be a little confusing. But I hope that makes sense. So it's basically at any point in time. But yeah, there's a lot of prop firms out there that have weekly and daily loss limits. This one does not. It's just continuous. So it's like, yeah, I think their rules are really competitive and their pricing is very competitive in my personal opinion. But like I said, if it doesn't work for you, then please just disregard it. I just want to try and be helpful to everybody, because I know when I first started trading, I blew up a few accounts, and I think this would have been a good way for me to learn with having some potential real capital at risk without, blowing up my personal accounts with large funds. So, yeah. If you're curious, check out the links in the description. The coupon code has unlimited uses. And by the way, sometimes it's cheaper just to cancel the account and purchase a new one instead of resetting. So just keep that in mind. But I hope you all have a profitable day. Be safe out there. It's an interesting market with all the banking issues. I hope to see you tomorrow morning. And yeah, alrighty everyone. Bye-bye.